First of all, I'd like to give credit to Louisville. They did a great job in the game. They played extremely well, took care of the ball, made plays, defensive tackle well, did a great job up front. They found the inches that we didn't find, and we had some opportunities early in the game to make some plays. We didn't match them in some scoring situations, and I thought a key part of the game was I felt when we had 14-10, I felt very good. I knew they would be emotional coming out. They played well, got 2 good scores, and then we were able to get the drive and go down and make it 14-10. And felt very confident, middle of the second quarter, weathered the storm, right back in the game, knew it would be a heck of a football game. Then we had a third, about 8 or 9 or something there, and they hit it. And got a big conversion, went down and scored, and then we come out and had a play, it had exactly what we wanted to call, and we went the wrong way, just created a fumble in the backfield, just stepped the wrong way, thing was going right, should have went right, went left, and knocked the ball out, and they got the momentum of the game, and then we could never turn it back. And then right before half, them getting that 2-minute drive and coming down. And then the second half, we never did get the momentum. They got the momentum, we could never change it, and that's what I say. You play with fire when you let teams get ahead of you, and we knew that. But we felt like we weathered it until right there in the middle. Actually, it wasn't the beginning of the game, it was the middle of the second quarter on from when they got a hold of it. So hopefully we'll learn. Got to create better habits. It starts with me and ends with me as a head coach. You got to fix it. You look at your issues, what you got to do, find it, correct it, and we'll coach them better. They got to play better, and we have to put them in better situations. But they did a good job, I thought, up front. I thought their defensive front did a really nice job on their offensive line, and they did a good job blocking us for the most part. The quarterback's a really good player, but the receivers, backs, as I said before, they're all good players. They got a really good team, and Bobby does a good job coaching. But we got to keep it one game. Now we got to look at it. We got to do a better job. Third down was another issue. Too many third and long. We have too many pressures on third down that we didn't convert. And because we felt the first time down, we had the first possession. Third play, man, we thought we had a big play. We didn't pick up a blitz on the backside. We had it accounted for. We just didn't block it. And in that one, we missed a field goal in that drive. We still overcame it, come back and missed a field goal. Or punted and then got it back and missed a field goal. Made a field goal. Then we got that 14-10. It was good, but you can't stop playing right there. You got to keep fighting for those inches, and we'll keep growing as a team. Some of our young guys got to grow up in some key situations on the road. It's a very good environment and a very good team, and like I said, Louisville's a very good football team. So we got to grow from it. Get ready. South Florida's got a heck of a team. Get ready to get down there and play on the road again next week. Questions?
Seems like with Louisville, they were just kind of, like you said, able to build momentum. What was it about the defense that you thought that kind of allowed them to really just struggle just picking things? We saw guys coming on late, guys kind of disagreeing with each other on assignments. What do you think?
Well, they were there to make plays. It was we had as good a week of practice we felt going in. One of the best weeks of preparation, assignments, alignments, everything. You just got to take it to the field. And you got some young guys in key situations. And guys come under a block when they weren't supposed to, or and fundamentally we got to find ways to look at it. We'll look at the film and see if we can do some things different and play. But just they got momentum. And then on offense we could have matched and had a couple of things, and we didn't do it. And then they started control. Then once they started controlling the offensive line and then stopping the running game and keeping the balance, they got to us. But they did a good job.
Coach, when you lose a game like this, the most points Florida State's ever given up, one of the worst losses in school history, is it like another loss, or do you handle it differently? Like
you look at what's one game, one loss. Whether you win a game or lose a game, it's one game. It's one game, one loss. Look at what you did well. Look at the things you did poorly. Correct and move on. Don't dwell on that.
Did you ever think Louisville could put 63 on you?
No, I felt we would match and score and go right with it. But that's part of that's ball, and they did a great job.
When things do get kind of out of hand like that, as a coach, what do you start looking for on the sideline? What do you look at?
Guys are competitors, they're fighters that'll stay right in the game. You got to keep coaching them and keep putting them in position and keep asking them to do the right thing. You know what I mean? And that's what you got to look for. You got to keep fighting for those inches. You got to find those competitors. And I don't think our guys were not trying to go out. They were whipping us. They were beating us, and we as a coach got to do a better job of coaching them and getting them in better position.
But it seemed like you guys had a hard time with Lamar and the read option and things like that.
Exactly right, and it would come off and had assignments for it. Just we'll look at the film. He did a good job.
It's another game where we saw DeAndre take shot after shot after shot.
Got pressure early, and some things that I didn't think we had pressure. I thought we had solidified it down in our protections, and getting to me third and long, but early, that's what I say. We had some shots and some plays. The one play that I think Travis caught in the second half. Remember, for a gain across about 30 yards, we had that the third play of the game. And had it the same way, even maybe more open, and we still get the protection. It's not anybody. The guys don't make mistakes on purpose, guys. They ain't try to miss a block or anything. That we just got to coach them better and do better.
Are you worried about DeAndre going through a game like that?
No.
Early in his career.
Part of it. You're gonna be the guy. You got to grow up and be in that. But the bad thing, the good thing, the whole first, he was in great things. And he had the one mistake on the fumble was on him. He went the wrong way. And he was coming off when we knew exactly what we were going to call, and he was coming off. I felt really good at that time because he was seeing things, even when they were getting the pressure. This is what they did, this is a read. He was dead on with what he was giving me back, what he was going on. We weren't protecting as well. And then he had the one little hiccup there, and it just started momentum, and it got. But, when you're in a game where you can't get behind too far, you can't have those hiccups. You got to try and play perfect.
Lamar I think he scored 18 touchdowns now in 3 games. How good is he, and what makes
He's a really good player. He's athletic, they're dynamic, they got good playmakers around him, they got a good system. He can run it, he can throw it. He's just a really good football player, and they're coached well.
All right, we good? Any more questions?
Are there,
Keep going.
as far as the offensive line goes, are there any other solutions? Or is it
Well,
just-
you got Kareem, Rod, we'll look at who got beat, when they got beat, we will be. Hopefully, we'll look and see. Some of our younger guys, we've got a good group of young guys, but you can't put them out there like that. That's what happened to us at the end of the game, but we got some good young players, and we had a couple of give up a touchdown by getting too many guys off the ball on one of our touchdown runs at the end. You know what I'm saying? Little things like that, where guys are talented enough, but they're so young, they gotta learn the basics to get ready and get on the field and take it to the field. We're not disappointed in them, it's just where they're at in their development.
I know you don't want to make excuses, but you didn't have Derwin and Josh were banged up, Matthew Thomas went out banged up. How did that?
No, it makes a difference, but that's ball. That's not their fault. That's our fault. We gotta have players to keep making plays and do what we gotta do. That's football. Build depth and develop young players.
Is this the kind of loss where everything becomes under scrutiny? You start looking at every position,
I look at every position every week. Guys, I'm not panicking. We're not going to panic. We're gonna look at it, get better, and move on. But we do the same thing. We do the same thing we do every week. There's no reason to panic. You got the same players, you got the same coach. You got to go out there, do a better job, get the right guys on the field, put them in a position to be good, and make forward practice good, and do the right things. But we look at every position every week. I scrutinize every position every week of everything. There's no gimmies and things that go on like that anytime.
Did Logan miss the direction on the punt, or?
Yes, he did. He missed the direction on the punt. Didn't get enough hang on that, and then our inside guy somehow got walled off. I don't know why. And then the second one, we had perfect contain, and then we had a guy contain. Guy jumps in. Our contain jumped inside and cost. I think, as a matter of fact, that was one that scored. I think. I'm trying to. We had 2 good punt returns, which we've done a great job in our coverage. But we lost Matthew inside because he was one of our coverage guys. He went out. But I don't know who. We got to look there. So we got pinned inside, and our gunner got blocked. Touchdown run, our gunner got blocked, and that can't happen. Your gunner cannot get blocked. And then the other one, we had perfect contain right on the sideline, and all of a sudden the guy jumps inside and lets him have right down the sideline, and we cost him mental mistakes. And that's us coaching. That's me as a head coach. We got to coach him better.
Coach, it almost sounds like, for lack of a better word, you're saying this is kind of a fluky loss because things just kind of
No,
got.
I didn't say it was fluky. I said they lined up and beat us. We got to play better. We'll find out if it's fluky if we can line up and play again. We played a good opponent, played a really good opponent on Ole Miss. We played a good second half in both phases, and we played well last week. So, we can play good football. We played a good quarter and a half here. We have to be more mature, okay, and not allow when things go bad. You got to minimize them. There's going to be ups and downs in games. You got to minimize them to where you can do it, and then when it's time to match, you got to match and compete and keep coming back and create habits. I'm not saying it's fluky. There's nothing fluky about it. They lined up and beat us. That's it. Now, we just got to line up and come back and play football. We know we can play. It's got to matter to go back and do it.
Well, you said you'd be looking to the sideline to see who was going to compete. What did you see?
I didn't see guys wanting to lay down and hide. I didn't see that. But, physically, you got to demand from yourself and go play. And, hopefully we'll just get better. We got to get better.
What's the message after the game?
Same thing I just told him. All the little things that make a difference, all the little habits you have, all the times in practice when I say if we hit a law and we have a 10-minute span where just things don't go well, this guy takes a turn, this guy takes a turn, and you go look at it, there's no one guy. It kind of spreads, and you can't, all of a sudden, when you get 12 possession in the game, 3 guys take a series and have a bad mistake, that's a 25% of your offense, can be gone, or defense, or whatever it is. And we know that, we can't play that way. And they can't accept playing that way. And we got to practice better to do that and create those habits. And the other day I stopped practice and said that, hey, we're starting to get in the law, we can't have that. And they picked it back up. But you got to learn not to have those things. And we got to keep educating and coaching. And we're not going to panic, but at the same time, we're going to be held accountable as coaches and players for what we're doing and how we're coaching.
Jimbo, how do you reiterate to your team to just control what they control? You know,
That right there, what I just said, it's exactly what I just said. I mean, right there, control what you can control, and you gotta eliminate the clutter. You gotta do things right as a person. You got score when you got ball. Right now, there ain't enough time in the day to do anything else. And you can eliminate the clutter and make things a passionate and a priority to make sure we're getting get our rest, make sure we're getting our preparation, our film time, our practice time, and we do things the right way. And then you just gotta make sure you can get back to doing it. And we have the ability to play, but at the same time, being an athlete doesn't make you a good football player. Football players study situations, study formation, study down distance, key moments in the game, fight for inches, you know what I mean? All that stuff it's not cliches. That's what separates the good teams and the other teams. You know, I mean, the Patriots on Monday night a couple years ago. Remember Kansas City, the end of Tom Brady, it was all demise, everything goes back. Don't panic, but at the same time, there's an urgency to correct things and we need to fix things. There ain't no doubt.
They bottled up Dalvin pretty well.
We didn't block anybody. I actually thought he ran pretty decent, and I liked our scheme coming in. We had some plays. We didn't make the blocks, you know. And we had to plan to get in the ball, and then once it got out, we had to change, plans. But I think he had 11 carries the first half, and had a couple runs that came out there nice. First couple drives, we were mixing the run and pass, and then when we took our shots, play action, we couldn't make those plays down the field.
Jimbo, as a guy who takes pride in play calling, you look on the other side on Petrino. What do you think about his play calling?
Well, very good. They worked. And they executed. He did a really good job. I mean, they hit them. They hit their plays. They protected when they had the shots down the field. That was a big thing. We couldn't create the game. Big plays and turnovers are critical. The thing about it is we had the 2 turnovers, but that one turnover was critical in the game because it was 21-10 at the time. And that's the first one we've had. And then the one late. But, they executed and found those big turnovers are big plays. And they were able to hit their big plays. You know what I mean? And down the field, a lot of it was runs. But like the first play, we give up a 25-yard play. We got 2 guys right there tackling. It should have been a 2-yard loss. You know what I mean? Once you get those inches going, that momentum, it's hard to get changed. And they did a really nice job. Bobby's a very good football coach.
It's the 3rd straight game Jackson's put up high-popping numbers. What makes him so
Who?
difficult? Lamar Jackson, what makes him so difficult to stop?
They can run and throw, and they got weapons around him. I mean, they can throw it, they can run it, and he's athletic, and they're coached well. They're coached well.
Jimbo, before you talk to the players, what are some things that you and the coaches kind of discussed?
Same thing. You got to reiterate. Look at what happened and why it happened, and correct it. Ain't no reason to panic now. Now's when you got to buckle down and become a leader, become a coach, and give those guys some stability around them to let them know we're going to do it right, but we're going to hold them accountable to do it right. And we'll hold ourselves accountable to make sure they're going to do it right. And that's what you do.
Thank you.
Thanks, Coach.